Mastering assertive communication for better conflict resolution. Assertive behavior, conflict management, interpersonal communication. Have you ever been in a situation where you needed to speak up but found yourself backing down instead? Are you afraid of conflict? If so, you're not alone. Many people struggle with assertive communication and conflict resolution. But today, we're going to give you the tools to overcome that fear. Welcome to Mia Menelik and today's video about overcoming fear of conflict with assertive communication. In this video, we will discuss how to handle conflict effectively, communicate assertively, and ultimately build better relationships. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of how to overcome your fear of conflict and approach it with confidence. Do you avoid conflict at all costs, or do you confront it head-on? Point 1. Understand the root of your fear. When it comes to conflict, many people instinctively shy away from it. Conflict can feel overwhelming, scary, and uncomfortable. It's often associated with negative outcomes, such as anger, rejection, or even violence. However, what we don't often realize is that avoiding conflict can sometimes cause more harm than good. The truth is, conflict is a natural part of life. We're all going to experience disagreements and conflicts with others at some point. When handled in a healthy way, conflict can actually lead to positive outcomes, such as increased understanding and stronger relationships. To overcome the fear of conflict, it's important to start by understanding where that fear comes from. Maybe you had a bad experience in the past where conflict escalated into something much bigger than you anticipated. Maybe you grew up in an environment where conflict was always handled in a negative way. Whatever the root of your fear may be, identifying it is the first step towards overcoming it. Once you understand where your fear comes from, you can start to work on overcoming it. It might involve practicing communication skills, learning how to manage your emotions in a conflict, or changing the way you view conflict altogether. Whatever the case may be, it's important to take action to overcome your fear of conflict so that you can move towards more positive outcomes in your relationships and life. Point 2. Practice active listening. Another essential skill in conflict resolution is active listening. It is a process of giving our full attention to the speaker, understanding their perspective, and acknowledging their feelings. It means truly hearing what the other person is saying without interrupting, judging, or formulating our response before they finish speaking. Active listening requires us to focus on the speaker's words, tone of voice, and body language. It helps us to understand their point of view, clarify misunderstandings, and build trust. When we practice active listening, we show the other person that we value their perspective, and this can go a long way in resolving conflict. Active listening involves paying attention to the speaker's message and asking relevant questions to clarify any doubts we might have. We should avoid interrupting or jumping to conclusions, as it can be perceived as disrespectful or dismissive. Instead, we can paraphrase what the other person has said to ensure we have understood their message correctly. We can also use nonverbal cues, such as nodding and maintaining eye contact, to indicate that we are engaged in the conversation. Practicing active listening can also help us to manage our emotions during conflict resolution. When we listen actively, we create a safe space for the other person to express themselves, which can reduce tension and defensiveness. It also allows us to reflect on our own thoughts and feelings, which can help us to respond more thoughtfully and calmly. Point 3. Communicate assertively. Assertive communication is a powerful tool for overcoming the fear of conflict. It involves expressing your needs and feelings in a clear, direct, and respectful manner. When you communicate assertively, you are able to speak up for yourself and communicate your needs without attacking or belittling the other person. This is different from aggressive communication, which involves attacking the other person. By communicating assertively, you can express your needs and boundaries while still being respectful of the other person. This is especially important when dealing with conflicts in personal or professional relationships. Assertive communication allows you to address issues in a constructive and respectful manner, which can help to prevent conflicts from escalating. It can be challenging to communicate assertively, especially if you are used to avoiding conflict or being passive in your communication style. However, with practice and the right mindset, anyone can learn to communicate assertively. It's important to approach communication with an open mind and a willingness to listen to the other person's perspective. This helps to create a safe and respectful space for both parties to express their needs and concerns. Point 4. Collaborate to find solutions. Conflict resolution is not about winning or losing, but rather finding a solution that works for everyone involved. Collaborative problem solving can be an effective way to find common ground and work towards a solution that benefits everyone. When you approach conflict resolution with a collaborative mindset, you open the door for all parties involved to have a say in the solution. This can help to build trust and mutual respect as everyone feels heard and valued. Collaborative problem solving involves active listening, clear communication, and a willingness to compromise. It's important to keep the focus on finding a solution that works for everyone, rather than on proving that you are right or winning the argument. By working together to find a solution, you can build stronger relationships and create win-win situations. This approach can also help to prevent conflicts from escalating, as everyone involved feels invested in finding a solution that works for all. Remember, when it comes to conflict resolution, collaboration is key. Overcoming fear of conflict with assertive communication requires understanding the root of your fear, practicing active listening, communicating assertively, collaborating to find solutions, and practicing these skills regularly. By implementing these strategies, you can approach conflict with confidence and build stronger relationships. Now that you have learned how to overcome your fear of conflict with assertive communication, it's time to put these strategies into practice. Start by taking a deep breath and approaching your next conflict with confidence. And if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Mia Menelik for more self-development and educational content.